Hi pals, welcome to my channel Move Budgets. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for jumping back onto yet another video. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, if you are new here, this is my journey from being skint, living wage to wage, overdraft, credit cards, you name it, being completely unprepared for any life events, to being a bit more savvy with my money, a bit more in control, and a bit more aware of what I need my money for and where it's going and all the rest of it. So today we are going to do our budget for the second week of July. I will show you these at the end if I remember. But yeah, so we're going to do our budget. So we'll just go in quickly to the budget. Just before I do that, I'll show you that I have filled out my weekly planner just with my bills. I don't really do much else in life, so there's not really any events until we get my holidays down here. But yeah, so we are walking into this week with a rollover of £892.27, which is brilliant. That will be some cash from my envelopes and also in my bank, so it'll be just a mix of both. I am due £1,017 in expenses, and that's for a few weeks of fuel money from work. I've done a lot of miles this last couple of weeks, so that's grand. But I've kind of built out a few extra weeks into this, so the next one I get will be quite a bit lower, I would imagine, but we'll see. I have other income coming in of £49.93. Now that is for Oriflame, which I've spoken about before on this platform. Basically it's a bit like Avon. You get a catalogue and it's got all your like scents and your makeup and your skincare and all the rest of it, and I quite like it. I really like the skincare part of it. I'm pretty much a soap and water kind of girl. Please don't come at me, but have pretty much no issues with my skin, and I pretty much just use soap and water on my face. But I am trying to be a bit more conscious of how my skin can be when I'm older. When I say older, I'm already in my 40s. I'm hitting late 40s and my skin's okay, but you know, I'm going to get older. So yeah, so Oriflame is a skincare that it's medium priced, and it kind of works on my skin, doesn't make it too dry or too yucky, which some of them do. I've tried all sorts, and yeah, anyhow, I digress. Etsy is getting £5. I brought in, that's towards postage, and I brought in £10 towards postage last week, and I only used 5 of it. So when further down in my budget, you'll see I'm putting £10 toward Etsy, and that is what that is, £5 from here and £5 that is already in my budget from last week. So in total, the total income, hopefully that I will have this week is £1,964.20. I have 3 bills to come out this week. So we've got Audible at £7.99. I've had a few people asking me, you know, what is Audible? Why do I pay every month to Audible? You know, is that not a waste of money? For me, no, it's not. I 100% could not live without Audible. I love music, don't get me wrong, I do listen to music, but when I'm driving in my car to and from my work placements, I listen to books, and that is what Audible is. It's basically just narrated books. For £7.99 you get 1 free book and access to a huge library, but they have now started doing free books on there as well, so yeah, it's brilliant. I love it, couldn't live without it. My mattress, I've got, this is the 3rd payment I think from that, so it's £66.66, and I think that will be cleared in October. Rent, I'm going to put another £100 to rent. I put £200 already this week, and £100 I'm going to put in next week, and that is just really to make sure that I'm up to date and now ahead of my rent, so that, you know, just for going away on holiday, if I'd forgotten to pay it, I would have been behind on my rent by the time I came back, and I don't want to be in that position. So in total, the bills I'm going to pay this week are £174.65. Deduct that away from the £1,964.20, and it leaves us with £1,789.55. My cash envelopes for this week are pretty much as per usual. Groceries 45, dog food 5, diesel I'm putting 70 in. I still have about half a tank. I've got to go to work this afternoon, but yeah, I'm not too bad for diesel at the minute, so I'm going to just chance it on 70. Eating out, I'm going to put £45, so £20 of that will be on a card and £25 will be in cash. I'll explain shortly about that. My spending and miscellaneous are just getting the usual £5. Occasionally I have been spending them, so they're something that I want to have in my purse just in case. I do prefer not to spend them, I've got to be honest. If you'd watched Fuchsia Budgets the other day, she was saying how she's not wanting to spend her money because she's loving to roll over and put it to our holiday, which is brilliant. And she was saying that somebody told her about being guilty. Now that was me. I am starting to feel guilty when I spend this money, and I know that's not how it should be. The money is there to spend, but sometimes when I spend it, I'm like, oh, did I really need that coffee, or did I really, and I feel guilty. I'm going to try and get myself out of the mind space of that, because it's not a good place to be in, feel guilty spending my own money, and because I'm budgeting it, and that's the reason it's there. So if anyone else feels guilty for spending money, let me know in the comments how you get over that, because we should not feel guilty about spending our own money, especially when it's budgeted. If it's unbudgeted and unneeded and unnecessary, then yeah, maybe you can be like a little bit of like regret, or oh, I didn't really need that, but it's done, it's nothing you can do about it. However, we shouldn't be feeling guilty about spending money, especially when we have pre-budgeted to spend it and for it to be there. So if anyone has any tips or tricks, let me know. Work spending is getting the usual 10. I'm going to start saying no to cakes and things, so hopefully we'll bring that down. It feels awkward, especially if the person I'm with wants a cake, making them eat a cake on their own. I don't like when that happens to me, but I just can't afford it, and we're getting nowhere with that being reimbursed from my work, and I can't afford it every single week, because sometimes she's wanting to go out for lunch, and anyway. Etsy postage is getting £10, so £5 is already my budget from this week, and then £5 that we're bringing in from Etsy. And electric is getting 10. Now this is to just be prepared for when my credit runs out on my key meter that I've got in now. So I'm ready to go. And especially if it's just before my holidays, I want to put that in there. Once my key meter runs out, I will have to up that. It will be more than £10 a week, I'm pretty sure. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Sinking funds is going to get 105. Now originally when I did this budget, I had myself just doing sinking funds, just focusing on my holiday. But then I've decided that no, I'm going to just still add a little bit into the sinking funds that I want to build up, because I have the money there in my bank to do it. And I will still have enough of a buffer in case anything goes wrong on holiday, that I'll need more money for. I'm going to put £105 in there. Excuse me while I get a wee drink. I get so dry talking on these videos, but yeah, I could talk all day and be fine. I'm not going to put anything into extra debt because I paid that this week. I'm going to put £10 into my McMoo challenge. The penny challenge will have some money, hopefully, from some of these, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not worrying about it too much, because I've kind of gone a bit off piste with it, and yeah, I've not been marking it off and all the rest of it, so I will need to get a new penny challenge sheet and start over at some point, but I'm not going to do that just now. Rollover is just basically the £10 taken away from there, and that is what I'm taking into my week next week. Because I get paid monthly and I do a weekly budget, I have to roll over my money every week. I can't do a zero out. I could potentially do a zero out at the end of the month, but I like having that rollover just to be safe and secure, because I've never really had money before in the past, so it's nice to have that blanket when I get paid. So I'm going to run you through quickly what I'm going to be putting in my envelopes. We'll do this again in my cash stuffing, so we'll not go into it too far, but just the usual envelopes at the top here. We've got my spending, miscellaneous, work spending, and Etsy and electric, and that was just what I would put in anyway. Beauty's going to get 10, clothing's going to get 10, treats is going to get 20, but I'm going to change it. It won't be called treats, but I'll show you what it will be called in a minute. Weekend away is getting 35 again. it's not going to be weekend away as such. House is getting 10, Christmas is getting 10, vet fund is getting 5, emergency is getting 5, eating out is getting 25, and that's because I said already £20 is going on a card, £25 is going in an envelope, and obviously my moo challenge. So I need to get £170 out of the cash point today when I'm out and about. So yeah, so basically what I'm going to do is just very quickly, we're only on 10 minutes, try and be quick. This is what we are hoping to do for our holidays. We are probably over budgeting, but I would prefer to be over budgeted than under budgeted and then having to tap my card and being a bit out of control as to what I'm spending. I was in such a panic about the holiday and then realised that I was trying to cover it all myself and that my boyfriend is coming on holiday with me and I'm not taking him, I'm not treating him, I'm not paying for him. He will pay his own way. So the stress and the panic is off just a little bit for that. So we are going to be spending under £200, but it's easier just to put this amount in there in case we want to, you know, buy any drinks when we're in the hotel. You know, whatever, we'll still have money. So I think one of our hotels is about £65 and one's about £78, I think. But I'm going to pay one at 100 and he'll pay the other at 100, or whatever it costs. He'll pay for one, I'll pay for the other. So I'm budgeting £100 for it. Fuel. This is the bit that's stressing me out, I think, most about the whole holiday. I think it is about a 600-mile drive that we're going to have to do. Potentially taking just over 10 hours, which is why we're splitting it up and staying on the hotels either side of it. So we have no idea what the fuel cost is going to be tomorrow, let alone what's going to be like at the end of July. So we're budgeting 300, which is 150 each. So I'll pay, like, you know, one way, he'll pay the other way to make sure the tank's full, but then we might have some running around in the middle of in the holiday, or if we all go in my sister's vehicle, then we'll want to give her fuel money as well. So yeah, we're budgeting 150, but I think I might still have another £50 contingency if I can work it into my budget, just to be safe and secure in my mind that we have enough. We discussed this last night and we think 300 is going to be enough, but yeah, I'm still a bit wary. Days out, excuse me, days out, we're budgeting £200, so £100 each, and that is basically just to get us into any parks or events or zoos or anything like that that we will need to pay for, or if we take the children out on our own without mum or dad, or some of the children, I'm not taking them all, then we can we can pay into things or whatever like that. So that is basically just for entrance to things while we're there. So I'll save 100 and he'll save 100. Treats is £100 and I'll put away 50, he'll put away 50, and that's really just for things like ice creams or, you know, drinks or sweeties or, you know, anything like that. That we will need. They're too young to be like into sort of the arcades and stuff like that. At the beaches, they'd just rather be out building sandcastles and stuff. So, but you know, they might want a wee treat of a new bucket and spade or something like that. So, that's for that. And again, there's a possibility I will have an extra little bit put aside because I don't get to treat the kids that often. I only see them maybe 3 or 4 times a year, but this will be the first time I'll be down for a good few years where they live, and yeah, I just want them to really enjoy us being there. And I know that doesn't mean throwing money at them, but they're such good kids, they don't ask for stuff. So yeah, just want to be able to treat them if I can to anything that they would like or that I see that they would like. And we're going to put £300 away for eating out. I'm going to put £200 away. He'll put away 100. I'm going to put £100 on a card and £100 in cash. And the reason I'm just splitting them up is because if we are in a cafe or a restaurant, obviously I can use the card. But if we go to a burger van or, you know, a a hot dog stand or, you know, anything like that, it might be easier to have the cash. So that's why I'm doing it both ways. And because it's my family, I feel like I should pay the majority, but obviously he will pay as well. He'll dip in. So, but yeah, so I think that'll be enough. I'm a little bit stressed about it, but it'll be fine when I get there. So basically what I've done is I have just created some new envelopes, which I'll go through in my cash stuffing, just to split the money out a little bit, for putting in my purse, and just to split the money out. But when I'm doing my cash envelopes, I'll do that. And I gave you a sneak peek at the start of the video, so I'm just going to show you a couple of makes that I made. So we have the rainy day challenge. So this is the front of it, or the back, depending which way you want to put it in your folder. And it's just a clear see-through envelope. And on the back is some wellies, and you basically just save up the 5, the 10 or the 15. And then it will save you £150 at the end when you've completed the challenge. So that's quite good just to have for a rainy day. And then I have a couple of envelopes that I've been asked to make. So these again are all the same, they're all the rainbow, and they are just the see-through envelopes there. You can get them hole punched, or you can get them without, just laminated, just to slot into a purse. If you are wanting them to slot into a purse, if you just let me know the measurements, then I can make sure that they do fit for you, rather than my standard ones and maybe not fitting. I would hate that to happen. So yeah, if they're for a purse, let me know and we can talk about the sizing. And then I have made a Halloween challenge. So again, this can be the front or the back. It is a see-through envelope to put your cash in, and then on the back we have our little Halloween scene. I absolutely love this. So yeah, so that again, it'll save you £150, and you would just figure out a way to cross off these. You probably need like I don't know, an orange permanent marker or something like that, and it's laminated so it would wipe off and you could reuse it again every year. But yeah, so that is that. So that is our makes for this week. I've had a few, but I posted them off already, so these are just the ones that are getting posted today. But yeah, so that's me garbled on for 18 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you again in another video for cash stuffing and a closeout. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.